Thank you, sir. Sir, the Indian Constitution, by which we all swear, has been amended 121 times since its inception. But however, this is the first time that we are going to usher in an economic constitutional amendment. The GST bill, which has been hanging fire for almost a decade, will totally transform the Indian economy, just as the abolition of the license quota Raj did in 1991. Incidentally, and very significantly, both are the brainchild of Dr. Monsoon, and I feel that he deserves the nation's applause and a debt of gratitude. Sir, 69 years after India unified politically, we will finally have a unified market and a uniform tax regime where there will be free flow of goods and services within the country on the lines of the European common market. Sir, this bill will result in much greater compliance and to a large extent help in the elimination of black money in this country. Sir, I know that certain states will suffer in the beginning. My state will also suffer, but I do know that Punjab is a high consuming state, so eventually we will benefit a lot when the compliance is better. Sir, with the passage of this bill, tax would be payable only on value added at each stage of output, and input tax credit would be available automatically for taxes paid. This would create an element of self-policing at every stage, as it would be in the interest of the stakeholders to ensure that the tax chain is maintained. Sir, the removal of the state and city toll barriers will result in free flow of interstate traffic. Long lines of trucks that we see on our borders would be a thing of the past. Businessmen will not have to run from one state to another for VAT registration and claiming of VAT, which will lead to a huge ease of doing business in the country. Sir, while sin goods like alcohol and tobacco would remain out of the GST ambit, and rightly so, we need to have a zero tax base for essential items, especially food items. For the time being, sir, petroleum and petroleum products and electricity, etc., are out of the GST ambit. But I'm sure as time goes by and the GST regime becomes more successful, all stakeholders will agree and this will also be included. So there is one major lacuna in the bill. Input tax credit on capital goods will not be made available on many sectors like transportation, construction and infrastructure. I would like some clarification from the Honorable Finance Minister on that, because this has been widely reported. Because if that is so, this would make India a high-cost economy. One more clarification, sir, I would like to have from the Honorable Finance Minister. Certain states were given tax concessions, and companies that set up businesses there do not have to pay excise or any other tax. What would be the status of those companies once the GST regime comes into play? Sir, the Congress party had raised many objections to the many clauses of this bill, and some of their concerns were totally justified. But I disagree with my friends in the Congress on enshrining the rate in the Constitution, because in case of a national calamity, we cannot keep amending the Constitution time and again. Sir, one thing more I'd like to point out, high taxes never fetch votes. So it does not suit any regime to put high taxes. Today, they are in power, tomorrow you may be in power, but sorry?
No, please continue. Please continue.
But I feel that, I was looking at you.
No, please.
Third front. But I feel that
Please do not
the
waste your time.
GST has to be revenue neutral. Of course, the rates would be worked out by the experts. But eventually, I am certain as there is more compliance, it will see a downward trend. So this is like mobile telephony. If you remember, when mobile telephones came into being, average per minute rates used to be 5, 6, 7 rupees. And now they're back to a few paise. 15 rupees. Primarily because the base expanded. Once the base expands, once there is more compliance, I am certain that the Honorable Finance Minister will start reducing the rates even further. So when it comes to dispute resolution mechanism between states, I feel it is not wise to have the courts intervene. In any case, sir, I look at it differently. Brilliant lawyers, some go to the courts, some come here, and others go to state politics. Many of them are, they were finance ministers, they are finance ministers here, and some are finance ministers in the state. Now, how do we presume that those lawyers who went to the courts have more wisdom than those lawyers who came here? So I think we should leave it to them, and I'm sure
I'm
they will
afraid your
do a
time is
good
over.
job. Sir,
Your
I'll
time
take
is
1
over.
minute only. Sir, Brexit, according to all experts, is going to adversely impact the global growth. Our exports, especially the labor-intensive exports, are suffering. We need to create jobs, and this is one way how jobs are going to be created, and that is why it's important that we all support it fully. Sir, in the end, I would say that I know, Mr. Finance Minister, that you will have to face many challenges going ahead. This is a historic bill, but there is an old saying that no sailor ever won laurels on calm seas.
Thank you.
Let me finish, sir. I'll take 30 seconds. Sir, while I wish the Honorable Finance Minister all the luck, I commend him for his persistence, perseverance, his flexibility, and his ability to carry all sides of the House with him on this bill. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.